Greetings, my brothers and sisters. My name is Raulston Nembhard, and I'm a priest in the Episcopal Church. We have entered a very critical juncture in the history of our country. And each one of us, as we approach the general elections on November 4th, have to make a determination of where we will be in terms of our commitment to our country. These have been very trying times. And with the meltdown in the financial sector, there are many Americans who are going through a very horrible time. People have lost their homes, and they have seen their disposable income evaporate, their retirement income in jeopardy. And there's a lot of anxiety that people are feeling as they go through life these days. But we have been this route before. We have been through tough times, but the people of our country have shown great resilience, and they have bounced back from the difficulties that we have faced. And this time around, we will emerge from this crisis. As we contemplate the elections, we have to look at the candidates that are running and to decide who we are going to support. I have taken a very long and hard look at the two campaigns, Senator Barack Obama's and Senator John McCain's. And although I am an independent at heart, as I've always believed as a minister that I should not give any support for any particular party, largely because of the tribal tendencies in our politics. And sometimes when you're dealing with church situations, you want it to be a way that there is no division, that there is unity. So, but this time around, I am going to do something that I have never really done before, and that is to endorse a candidate for the presidency of our country. And I will say without any further ado that the person that I'm endorsing as candidate is Senator Barack Obama. Why have I done this? There are a number of reasons. One, Senator Obama has demonstrated that he has the intellectual curiosity that we want to see in our presidents. That he is prepared to wrestle philosophically with the issues, not to take any kind of wild positions, but to wrestle with them and to come up with solutions that are workable. Secondly, he has demonstrated a kind of cool temperament under sometimes very trying circumstances throughout the very long campaign. He doesn't lose his cool and demonstrates the kind of tenacity and the temperament that we would want to see in our president. Thirdly, he has demonstrated that he has a grasp of the global realities that America faces. We have entered into very serious times in terms of our respectability abroad. The 8 years of the Bush administration have demonstrated in no uncertain terms to the rest of the world that there is a theory of unilateralism into which we have bought and which has not served the best interests of our country. What we have seen in Senator Obama is a very broad and comprehensive grasp of what it takes and what is required to talk to other nations, to engage them, and to bring America's interest to the forefront. And the world is already beginning to recognize that in the senator, they see somebody with whom they can do business, that he is open, that he is differential, and that he understands the global realities that we face. These are very serious times, friends. And we should be very comfortable in our minds that we have in Senator Obama somebody who can restore the respectability of America in the world. There are other reasons too, but I'll just leave those three as the basic reasons that we would want to vote for Senator Obama as our next president. Now, when we look at the other campaign, the McCain-Palin campaign, there are some very disturbing features that should cause all of us to sit up and take notice. We have seen in recent times, especially in the last 2 weeks or perhaps 3 weeks, a decided attempt on the part of that campaign to vilify and to sully the reputation of Senator Obama. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be very, very open and understand what is happening here. There does not seem to be that curiosity on the part of that campaign. There does not seem to be a kind of wrestling with the problems of the day to give us the kind of assurance in our minds that they understand what it really means to bring about the fundamental changes that we need in our country. They seem to be wedded to the philosophies of the past that have not served us. And we need to have a decisive break from that kind of philosophy that can take the country into a transformative mode. We need a transformational leader. And I do not see that Senator McCain or Governor Palin represent that kind of transformational leader that we need, that the country desperately needs at this time. I don't know about you, my brothers and sisters, but I find it very disturbing when a candidate comes to me and tells me that I must vote for them on the basis of how they have torn down the reputation of their opponents. It represents nothing more than an insult to our intelligence to come and tell us that the value that you place on my vote is tantamount to the way in which I tear down my opponent. It is not right, it is not just, and it is a kind of politics that we do not need.